Good morning. Please permit me 2 minutes of your time to speak about an issue that has been bothering me since yesterday. See, before yesterday, a young lady came out via Facebook Live about an issue that has been bothering her. It has to do with sexual assaults and her feeling uncomfortable in certain situations and advances that have been made towards her by people she associated herself with. This video is not to say whether or not the allegations are true, whether or not the allegations are false. I just wanted to clear up something that I saw during comments on several Facebook posts on some radio stations via the airways. I heard some people asking some questions about what has transpired between the young lady and her associates. And what I want to say is sometimes the idea we have in our head as to how it's supposed to be isn't always how a victim or an abused person really logically processes that information in their head. Several people wondered, why didn't she go to the police? First thing, you're abused, you're assaulted. The first thing that should happen or should follow according to the several comments that I read is that she should have gone to the police. And as someone who has been sexually abused myself and I have never gone to the police up to this day, I can say that that is not the first thing that comes to your mind. For some people, not for all. I can say that sometimes you are there trying to figure out how this happened, why this happened to you. Were you at fault? Were you wrong? Are you sending off some signals that are causing men or other people to treat you this way? Sometimes you try to block it out and pretend like it's never happened. So you have this episode, they say that she went back to the place on more than one occasion. And you have this instance where you try to regain that control over your life. So her going back to the place might have been her trying to regain that control and saying, all right, this happened. How can I stop this? How can I avoid this? How could I do things different? And probably she went there over and over again, trying to be in control of the situation. And when she felt that she couldn't be, probably she gave up. I'm not sure, but I am just saying, we really need to stop having the victim be the victim and the target at once. Because for someone to come out and say they have been sexually abused is a really brave and courageous thing, and it takes a lot out of them to come out and say that and to be faced with the embarrassment of what, how, when, who, and then to also have all these questions bombarded at them as to why they didn't do this, why they didn't do that, why they didn't act in this way, why they didn't go to the station. I know it's a lot of people abuse the word sexual abuse and people have gotten in trouble and arrested and these allegations and claims have been false. But in order for us to help women who have been through these situations overcome it and be brave enough to speak out, when someone says that, we really need to take time and say, how can we help this individual? And from the first time I heard the story of how she spoke on the Facebook Live and I saw it, I said, this girl has been abused before in her childhood. And when a radio station called her in yesterday morning to clear up the air on the allegations, I heard her say, well, she has been abused before, so Therefore, she has been uncomfortable in certain situations around men. And yes, even though you're trying to cope with something that happened way in your childhood, it's going to have there are going to be instances whereas someone will touch you in a particular way that's going to raise that. Someone might say something. There are certain things that may happen that may cause those memories of that time to come back immediately. And probably she felt uncomfortable because she felt that, okay, she's getting herself in this situation. And this is not just about that individual, this is about all women, because I know several women who have been sexually abused and their story has not been told. That information is not public, and we keep it to ourselves, and we suffer ourselves, and we go through years of self-therapy and self-healing trying to make ourselves whole again, because we can't even accept what has happened to us, but we can't even accept how society treats us, the victim, for something that has happened to us that wasn't our fault. So all I am asking, please, really the idea where you think things are supposed to go and how you think a victim is supposed to react to abuse of any kind, sometimes it's not like that. It's a whole psychological fight in their head where they're trying to even deal with that circumstance. All I'm asking for is support for these people that have been through these ordeals, and how we can try to help these people cope with life and whatever issues they might be having to deal with after the abuse, and offer some kind of assistance mentally, as a friend, guidance, so where they could go to get that kind of help, instead of just damaging that person more and making them a victim twice in that situation, right? So I thank you all for listening, and do have a good day. And you could always visit Speak for Change TT on Facebook for more motivation, more advice, more things about myself and things I go through daily. But I really think as a society we're crumbling individually, and I think if we just work together we can build a better TNT. Love you guys.